Hello Stampers, I am Meg from Loven Stamps and I am excited to share another project with you. We have the July Stamps the Mail Club kit, which uses the Bountiful Border stamp set. I love this set. I wasn't super excited when I saw it in the catalog, but since I have put it on my clear blocks, it hasn't come off. I just keep using it for everything. So the project that I'm going to share with you right now is a Bountiful Border project that shows some tips about masking. So if you haven't done masking before, you'll definitely need to see this, but also a little bit of focus on changing our focal point to use a border. So let's get stamping.
All right, so we'll find the packet for the card we're making first, and that is going to be our thanks here. I love these little wooden elements. They are so much fun to play with. And amazingly, these very simple pieces will become our very fun border card. So I'm going to go ahead and fold my Whisper White cardstock in half and go ahead and remove the glue dot off of my backing. Now I'm going to go ahead and set this here, but I'm not going to attach it yet because I want to be able to use my flower stamp from Bountiful Border to go ahead and sort of gauge where our flower is going to fall without actually putting it on here. Now you're going to stamp again on that scratch paper over there, but let's do this first. I'm going to go ahead and pull this away. Oh, I forgot my mat. Okay, so don't forget when you are using these stamps, photopolymer stamps, you want to put your foam piercing mat underneath. Fortunately, this isn't going to matter because it's just a placer image. We're going to cover it up. So we'll go ahead and pull that out and then go ahead and stamp again. And I'm going to do that on my scratch paper, like I said earlier. And sometimes you can see a little spot that's not contacting, and then I'm just taking my finger and rubbing that on the back. Alright, so now we have that. We are doing some masking here with this particular stamp set, and a mask is very easy to make. I like to use pieces of Post-it note or sticky notes because they have that sticky edge, and when you go to line them up with images, let's see. When you go to line them up with images, it's easier to get them to stay and stick where you have left them. So, alright, and then I'm going to need some leaves here. So I have this leaf and these two little leaves. I'm going to add some leaves to our flower. Sometimes when you want to have leaves on a flower image, you want to have them look like they're tucked behind the flower. But if I just stuck them like way out here, so for example, grab my new ink color here. I love this mint macaron, and put that out there. It kind of looks like it's detached, right? So with a mask, what you can do is ink up your stamps and put your mask there, and go ahead and add some images of leaves, and see how I'm overlapping the mask quite a bit. Maybe I'll do some, oops, there's an awesome thing of photopolymer there. You can go ahead and stamp back over it. There we go. So when I pull this away, now it looks like my leaves are tucked behind my flower image. Alright, so as I mentioned, to help to dress up this card, we're going to go ahead and cut this image out. That leaf is just for fun. So hold your scissors steady, just turn your cardstock, and it will help you get a nice, smooth, even edge with your cutting. And through the magic of television, we're done with that. I'm going to grab some Stampin' Dimensionals and pop these on the back here. Take those backings off, and then line up. And my favorite way to line up is to look at the center of this. There's one like single blossom petal, whatever you want to call it, and then you can easily line that up. Okay, so we're going to go back and add our piece of the matching Delightful Dijon designer paper. This is actually the envelope paper, which is extra lightweight, so it's kind of fun to add to extra borders of things and so forth. So that really makes the colors pop, which is one of the fabulous things about Stampin' Up. The colors match and pop, and the markers are included with this kit, or if you have the ink pads from the last month, or you just want to add them to your order, you can do that and use your ink pads for this kit. Okay, so I have some of the silver trim, and you're going to use this for several of your projects this month, so go ahead and hang on to it. When you're getting to about this point, you're going to want to just trim off that little end so it's much easier to pull the sequins for your next piece. So I'm going to take this here and start attaching sequins. You can this is my favorite new way to do it. I use snail. I just set this sequin right there on the bottom and sort of roll it with my thumb, and then you can just slide it on. You can use green lead glue too. It's just painful when the glue comes through the hole and kind of makes a mess. So I'm going to attach some sequins this way, and you'll just have to kind of keep flirting a little bit with your snail. Alright, I know, it's easy, right? Oops, except that one was not because it didn't stick. Alright. Okay, so there are our fun sequins. You can see the difference that just that little bit of bling makes. And then our last fancy is the Essentials wood die cut here. And for that, you can use fast fuse, you can use mini glue dots. I'm actually going to grab my green lead glue, also known as multi-purpose liquid glue, and this stuff is super strong. It doesn't take a whole lot. So on just the very wide parts of our thanks greeting here, I'm going to add that much glue and go ahead and attach this right here. Now it takes a minute to grab, so don't like pick your card up and wave it around right away. Instead, I have another one to pick up and wave around. So there is our finished card. So way to emphasize the border on this one is to add a strip of designer series paper. Lots of cool ways to do border cards this month, and I look forward to sharing a couple more with you too. Thanks so much for stamping with me by mail. Happy stamping!